The call for this H1 FY26 period ended for September 2025. We have with us our CEO Trishnet Arora, and we also have the CFO Malkit Singh Baraj. They will share the record numbers and the major achievement of the company this month. I'll give a hand to the CEO Trishnet. I think Trishnet should be with us, if I'm not mistaken.
Hi, good evening, everyone. Can you hear me?
We can hear you now, yeah.
Yeah, thanks, Cindy, for the introduction. Really appreciate. Thank you, everyone, for joining today. First of all, sorry for scheduling the earning call little delayed. We have scheduled it because of keeping Diwali in mind, the festive season. Uh, so thank you, everyone, for joining today. Siddhi, can you run through the presentation, please? I appreciate. So, everyone, amazing H1. We have, the targets. We have overachieved the targets with the help of team. The real effort goes to team. The real appreciation goes to team. By their great efforts, we could achieve that. The overachieved our targets of both revenue and profit. Today, over the call, we'll go through some of the major key achievements along with the way forward plan on during this call. And yes, happy to talk to everyone and answer all possible questions that we can answer today within the given time frame. Yes, Siddhi, we can run through that. Uh, so total income in the so we are trying to compare the at a glance comparative to the last first half and this first half. So the last first half, our revenue was 13.1 crore, which this H1 is 137% higher from on air basis, which is 30.6 crore. Then our profit after taxes in H1 was 6.5 crore. So this one, our PAT is 15.5 crores, which is 138.5% higher year-on-year basis. We are very thankful for all of your support. By that, we could achieve all of this possible numbers. And the interesting part is that the PAT is higher, 138.5%, and also comparatively, the percentage is quite higher after the ESOP cost and also the tax rebate we had in last 3 years, which we don't have this year. Despite that, our number is way higher comparative to year-on-year basis, comparative to last H1. Our beta is 63.4%, which is 10.3 points higher year-on-year basis. Then PAT was 49.6 percent. This H1, it's 51.3%, which is 1.7 points year-on-year basis higher and 7.7 points change from H2 last year. As I said, despite tax rebate, which we don't have anymore, which we have already utilized, and also despite of ESOP cost, which is way higher, and that's not only comparatively higher for us, But given the industry standard or any peer company, this is significantly higher comparative to any industry standard. We never see such kind of margins in similar industry like cybersecurity or even IT. So that's because of generative AI solution that we built. We invested time, our efforts, our innovation, technology, and resources, all of that in last couple of years. That's really giving us great fruits. And also Cyberscope, from where Cindy belongs to. She's a VP with Cyberscope. That's a great achievement by our team, TAC Security and Cyberscope, all across the group, that we could achieve all of this. And yes, we achieved our target, above than target. So thank you everyone for your support. That's the main driving force for us to achieve all possible numbers. We are, as I said in the previous meetings and also during the annual general meeting in September, that we are not company behind the numbers, but we are trying to create an impact in the cybersecurity industry. So that our difference of that from peer companies speaks what exactly we do. So our action speaks louder than our words. That's what we believe in as well. So, yeah, please, next slide, please, Cindy. So operating income, if we compare with H1 23-24, was 50.2 million Indian rupees, and in 24-25 H1 was 131.6 million, which is now 303.6 million, which is 137% higher from last H1 year-on-year basis. That's a significant number that we could achieve. Yes. EBITDA, which we see in 23-24 was just 21 million. Then in H1, just post our listing, 6 months, the capital we had, the resources we had, the visibility we had, and all fruits we had, which is our ESOF solution that we built in 5 years, that started giving us results. And significantly we saw the gross margin, EBITDA margin growth, and which we can see now, which is 178% growth from the last H1 year-on-year basis, which is significantly higher. We are not just any usual IT or a cybersecurity company globally, which is growing on a 20 or 30% growth rate. We are growing at a in three-digit growth. That's because of solution innovation that we build. That's what our backbone, and the basic backbone is definitely our team and also the customer base, which is significantly believing in our solution and trying to solve their larger vulnerability management problem with us. Yes, please. So if we compare the EBITDA margin of a couple of few years, in H1 FY24, which was 41.8%, in H1 FY25 was 52.5%, which we see in this H1 is significantly higher, which is 63.4%. That's we never, we all of us have never seen in any peer company, not even in any similar company in IT sector or a cybersecurity sector globally. We have never seen that, and we not only managed to grow with only the top line, but also the bottom line and also the margins, right? And not just maintain that, we overachieved by approximately 11 points from that. 9 points out of that, sorry. Yes, please. Yeah, if we see the profit growth, which was 19.3 million INR in 23-24 fiscal H1, and in FY 24-25 H1 was 65.3 million, If we compare the previous year to year on year was 24% growth. If we see H1 growth of this year is 135% growth, which is 155.7 million INR. That's our profit after tax, despite ESOP cost and no tax rebate. So that's a significant achievement by our team's effort and innovation, as said again. So the growth margin which we can see is 38.4% in H1 24 and was 49.3% in H1 FY 25. We were growing, growing in a pace in last year the same during the same period, but we have not much of the cost because we were in a growth stage after the IPO. This year we had a larger cost globally, not just in India, but globally in all possible entities. But despite that, we not only maintained, we over achieved that, and we increased the number. We don't have tax rebate. We have ESOP cost. We have cost which are going to be showing us results in the future quarters and in years, but still we have that cost. But despite that, we achieved the profit margin, which is 51.3%, as we set a target for us. The target was lower, we overachieved our target. Yes. So if we compare H1, H2 of the last year with H1 this year, so if we see the total income was 131 million in H1 25, and in H2 was 190 million INR. This H1 is, if we see the together, we achieved the numbers in just 6 months of the almost of the entire last year. So we have been we achieved what we set a target for, and again I'm repeating the same thing. Beta we have seen was 69 and 101. Then this H1 is 192 million INR, which is 63.4% beta margin, which was 53.1 in last in H2 FY25, and now it's 63.4%. Then if we see the PAT, the H2 PAT was 43.6% because we had a lot of cost which was supposed to give us a result, which has given in this H1. But if we see, we have increased our points, which is from approximately 7 points, 51.3%. The total PAT is 155 million INR, which we achieved in H1. Yes, please. So we set a target last year, remember, upselling and cross-selling to our existing customer base and increasing the revenue of per customer, right? So last year in H1, year-on-year basis, we have grown 36% per customer revenue, which was $1,200 per customer. Now it's $1,682 per customer. So that's a significant growth we are seeing, and that's the growth we are projecting for next 5 years as our bold 2030 plan. So we are planning to grow 20% on a half yearly basis per customer revenue. That's what our internal goal here is. That's how we will achieve our 2030 plan. That's what we are trying to achieve here. And this growth happened due to additional products we added, like Sockify. We added Sockify in September. We have received great support from the industry, and Sockify has been adopted and accepted by all possible industry leaders. And we are very hopeful that we would Sockify, Cyberscope, ESOP, all of them will drive equal growth to the company as other products are in the past has draw for us. So H1, if we see target versus achievement, we are very, you know, commitment. We definitely try to deliver our commitment. What we say, we achieve that, we deliver that, and our not only words speak about it, our action speaks about it. If we see our target for 10,000 clients by 2026 to become one of the largest vulnerability management company. The achievement of that is we now have a client base of 7,500 clients. We are the fifth largest vulnerability management company in the world. That's what we are growing at the pace of, and we are very confident we will become one of the largest vulnerability management company in top three by 2026 and overachieve our 10,000 customer base for sure. We are already just few miles away from our target, and I believe we will achieve our target before the given timeline. Upselling to existing client was our target, which was set in last year, was also spoken by me in the last annual general meeting. The revenue increased by 36% per client through upselling and cross-selling. That's another achievement we have, that we will see a significant growth in H2 uh, by, we are heavily investing our operational setup in Canada as we promised in the last quarter. So we are in process of that. A lot of things are happened. A lot of things will show results in a couple of months, which will drive our customer success team, and we will solve the customer problem in the larger way, not only by ESOP but also Sockify and Cyberscope. That will increase our revenue percentage heavily in H2 for sure. Revenue and PAT target to maintain growth in FY26 as 25. That was the target. We overachieved the target. We delivered the entire income of the last year in just 6 months. We overachieved that, and target to comparative to the previous year was the growth target, but we've been overachieving that because of the support of team and innovation that we're building, and definitely support from all of you that we received and the blessings we received. Cyberscope explore new opportunities. TAC Security will explore the global opportunity for the recently acquired Cyberscope. That was the target when we all of us met in July or maybe in May of the earning call of last year results. So we are very proud to say that we filed F1, which is like a DRHP in the US, and we are in process to unlock the real value of Cyberscope by going public and new fundraise through IPO. We are in the last neck of that as we promised. We hopefully we will achieve that as we promised and committed in past meetings. We will go public by this year itself in the US with Cyberscope, our subsidiary. So that's our target versus achievement. So we what we said, we achieved that. What we saying, that's what we are trying to achieve. So now way forward in the next slide, we all see what is our way forward plan for H2 FY26, so that all of us are on same page. The one of the target is Sockify. We are getting huge demand for Sockify. If we all of us see, our initial pricing was $2,700 for a basic plan, discounted pricing, which we increased because of the demand and interest we received, which is now $4,500. So the target is to have 10,000 clients for Sockify to disrupt SOC 2 compliance market, which stands for approximately $4 billion, leveraging AI. So that's what our goal is. create, as we go back to our annual general meeting, goal of 2030, the bold vision plan that we have. So Sockify, Cyberscope, ESOF, Cybersendia, Wellman, all of them would have a separate value, maybe larger than what where TAC today stands as a current value. That's our 2030 bold plan. Cyberscope listing, fundraise, unlock real value. That's our H2 FY26 plan. We will definitely achieve before the given timeline. Middle East revenue and partnership in the UAE and KSA region to be focus area for the growth for wholly owned subsidiary. That would be our way forward in H2 target. Upselling, focus on increasing per client revenue would be definitely our focus for H2. Grow 20% quarter on quarter per client, which would definitely increase the total revenue for the company. 10,000 clients, largest vulnerability management company by 2026. I can assure you we will achieve before our timeline. We are just few steps and miles away for that. We are already, ahead of our time of the given timeline. Inorganic growth, yes, we are in process of exploring opportunities to acquire firms similar to past acquisitions such as Cyberscope and Cybersendia. That's our H2 plan, and we are already in talks with multiple firms, not just in one region, but also regions like that we have never explored or we don't have presence, physical or operating presence, like Australia. That's one of also the region that we are exploring. So this would be our H2 plan. And I hopefully when we meet next time, we would put this on the target side and put the real what we achieve on the right side of the achievement. So that's the goal, and really appreciate everyone's support and blessings we are getting, and really motivates us to work harder and work towards our vision of 2030, the bold vision of becoming the not only India's largest cybersecurity company, but world's one of largest cybersecurity company. So we are heading towards that, and we are sure that we will make it happen. Yes, I'm happy to answer if anybody has any questions, please. Siddhi, please, if you can.
Yes, thank you so much,
Thank
Mr.
you.
Sorry. All right. So the investors and shareholders, you may start asking your questions in the Q&A. Please make sure you first unmute yourself and then ask the question. Trisnate will be able to assist you. Like you can start one by one, definitely. I think someone spoke a little bit while, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I'm happy to answer. So Ashish has a question about uh, Cyberscope IPO. So Ashish, thanks for the question, but we filed confidential IPO. We are in process of that. We filed already with SEC. It's a confidential filing. I'm not able to share any dates on that because we are unaware too. But as per the process and the given consultants, we would able to make it within this year. At the moment, SEC is shut down because of the US government shutdown, but that's not impacting our timelines. We will already head of our timeline, which is December 2025. We will definitely able to make it, but I'm not in a position to speak about the size and all of that at the moment. But definitely, as we are in a position of and we are allowed to do that, I would be the first person coming to all of you and speaking about it. We are as excited as you. Yes, Nikhil, in the recent press release, we mentioned about investment in $100 million in AI by 2030. So there are ways. One of that is definitely through our revenue and the profit. That's definitely one of the major driving force for us to invest in AI and cyber platform through our earnings. But definitely, we are exploring external funds. If any a right set of person or entity which can add value more than money to us, we are happy to explore. And my ultimate goal, as I'm the largest shareholder, but my ultimate goal is to add value for my shareholders. And we don't have any challenge on that. And 2030 our plan to in by 2030 our plans to invest $100 million in cyber. And we are not only focusing or in the R&D on Sockify or Cyberscope or ESOP. We are uh, investing heavily on AI and in an R&D space. And you will see a lot more products coming in a few quarters. We are not dependent on external fundings, but yeah, we are happy to explore if that comes across our way. Via revenue per client in spite of 7,500. So, having said that, 7,500 customers, they some of them added in last quarter, some of them added previous quarter. So they subscribe our platform for annual or multi-year deal. So as their expiry date comes up, it adds, right? Why the revenue per customer is low? We uh, we are making cybersecurity affordable for all those companies from large to small companies, right? So think of a way somebody invested $1 billion to acquire similar set of number of customers, and we are doing it just making it affordable. As given example like Geo, right? Geo made it affordable, the telecom to every Indian citizen. That's how they capture the market. So we are capturing the market. We are very hungry to capture the market and solve the problem for the larger audience, right? So, and as we capture the market, we acquire the customer base, we will launch new solutions or upsell or cross sell our existing solution. So that's the goal here. We are making cybersecurity affordable and available for everyone. So that's why our per client revenue is comparatively low to the cybersecurity industry standard, but we are not concerned about it. We are still able to maintain our profit and the margins, which is significantly higher from any peer company or industry, and would be always higher from any peer or industry similar company in the industry. US tariff, we don't have any impact. By having said that, our customer base drives from our US subsidiary, the global customer base from 100 countries. So we don't have any impact of that because we don't have any resources either which adds delivery value to us. We are that's definite entirely drives by our Indian entity TAC InfoSec Limited, which is a public entity. So we have a zero impact of US tariff. No doubts so Varun Nagpal has a question. No doubts, you are adding a large number of customers, but the business you get per customer is small. Does the business per? I think I addressed that by saying that we already added. We are trying to add large number of customer base so that we can increase the revenue per client in the near the future. Some of the people has, I think, raised the hand. Cindy, if we can, so, unmute them and let them speak. Ashish, let's start with Ashish. Hi, Ashish, you can unmute and please try to speak.
Hello, am I audible to you, Tashni?
Yes, Ashish, you're very well audible.
Thank Congratulations, first of all, for the great set of number and the growth you are delivering from last 1 year with the IPO. And my question is related to Shopify first. So you said
Mhm.
12 months you are trying to do the 10,000 customer and the base plan is only $2,700. So in Indian terms, if I convert, it's around 250 revenue only from Shopify. So is it correct understanding? So next year will be blockbuster like 250 crores only from Shopify, and then we have ESOF. Is correct understanding?
So Ashish, a great question. $2,700 was our base, was a discounted price. The base price is $7,200 for for a small the launch plan, which is the basic plan of Shopify, which also has been increased
Yeah.
to $4,500 now. So our idea is to, if you see our Casa solution, use of Casa AppSec, we are bundling the solution because we are largely hungry to solve the customer's problem and acquire the customer at any cost and maintaining our gross margin and our growth target. So we are hungry to acquire 10,000 customer base in a year or so. It might take 12 months, it might take 24 months. It depends. As we grow, we would have larger set of clarity in couple of quarters from down the line. Right now, we all of the Shopify customer are paid customer. We are not acquiring any customer which is a free customer, right? All of them paid, and we acquired in last 1.5 months since we launched, right? And we are competing with one of the company I can't name, but we are competing with a company which has a revenue of $200 million and recently done a fundraise at a $4 billion valuation, right? So that's what we are aiming for. So we are trying to disrupt the SOC 2 compliance platform market, right, which is $4 billion. So it might take 12 months, it might take 24 months, it might take 8 months, right? So we are trying to disrupt and acquire the customer base of Shopify, and which will help us to give and gives us a leverage to upsell, cross sell our different solution. And our existing solution are loving it. They are we are That's what our aim is, right? If you see ESOF stands for enterprise security in one framework. So that's what our ultimate goal is, to bring customer on a single platform so they can solve all their cybersecurity needs in a single platform, right? So that's what we are trying to do and disrupt the market.
And this Shopify, is it like ESOF, like where you will get money in advance for the plan? So we
Yeah,
have
all
a
of
cash
yeah.
flow.
So we have a four plans. One of three out of three plans is a upfront money, and one of the plan is, which is the largest plan or biggest plan, is $27,000 per customer, which is pay after compliance for enterprise clients because it has a larger value, which is $27,000 per client value. So that is after the compliance. That might hit our cash flow for not maybe 180 days, but not larger than that.
That's fine. That's
Yeah.
fine. Okay.
Yes.
And my second question is on standalone numbers. So I can see the standalone numbers go down this half year. So what is the reason for that?
See, standalone number has not actually gone down. So we have focused on the large contracts. If you seen, we won a contracts from the government of India as well. So all we understand, the government revenue comes slow and goes slow, right? So the number has not gone down, which will be counted in the H2. So that's what we are aiming. But you will, end of the day, you will see in consolidated, you will see the growth in the standalone as well. And also there is a internal transaction. The previously the numbers internal agreement was Before the listing was something else. Now we have in Delaware Tax Security Inc. is a Delaware US subsidiary, 100% subsidiary, which is has Delaware has a lower tax rate comparative to India, right? So that also saves our tax cost as well.
Okay. So is it
It's just
like
because of
we
maybe
have
just because of
transferred some
the.
of the like ESOF what we were doing last year? Who
Mhm.
are we doing that with our subsidiaries now? That is the reason for consolidated gone
Can
up and
you
standalone go down.
can you
Or
repeat the
only
question? I missed out, I think.
so my question is ESOF product what we are doing. Earlier, I think it was on standalone numbers, and since we have incorporated lot of entities in UK, Canada, etc. So, do we have shift some business there, and the numbers are coming into those entities?
Yeah, that's one of the reason because in the US through the cash flow we are investing in Canada, we are also investing in UK and other entities, right? So internal ratio has been gone down. That's internal party transaction kind of thing, not has a direct impact. If you ask me if the numbers of the standalone business of India business has gone down, that's not has gone down. That's what the reality is,
Okay.
which we will see in the H2 numbers when we'll consolidate. The two things are the numbers have not gone down. I think the first question first, the numbers of standalone has not gone down. It's just internal transaction thing. You can send us a query. My our CFO can definitely respond
So
to.
I have sent one query and I have not yet reverted on that query that is related on AR. So in the annual report, we have put it the numbers of receivable less than 9 months is quite high. So
Mhm.
and actually it is a difference. So in one table the number of 9 months receivable is high, but I still not
Mhm.
got query. I actually missed,
I'll
so
make
I
sure,
will suggest.
Ashisha, I'll make sure you'll get the response by Monday.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Thank you. Really appreciate. Yes, please. Next. Vipul.
Yeah. Aditya, do you want to go next?
Yeah, Vipul, please.
Yeah, yeah, thanks for giving the opportunity. So I'm a little new to, tech. If you can just give me very briefly explain on the four verticals which we're talking about in terms of which we want to make it independently big verticals. What do we do separately? Are all of them are product companies or there are different products or services first? Second, with larger brands, corporates, for example, we talk about Apple, Microsoft, we say we are associated with them. Uh, is it we provide the same service to them as well, which and the ticket size is similar to what we're talking about the larger base? Second, uh, yeah, first maybe if you can just help with these two, then
Sure.
I'll take a few more.
Sure, sure. So, Mr. Lamba, I think I wanted to address this, but I think I missed out. It's my mistake. We are 100% product company. We are not a services company. So there is no core product company based out of India, which has a global presence in 100 countries. We are the only company, I think, might be globally, we would be the only company which has presence and customer base in 100 countries, right? We are not services based company, we are product driven company. Our 100% revenue drives and delivers the solution through our product ESOF or similar products like Cyberscope. So that's one of the thing, right? Second, we are not into services, and yeah, so we are 100% product company. Yes, next, Pratham Modi, please. Please unmute
Uh,
and again.
yeah, am I audible now?
Yes, please, Pratham.
Yeah, so if I may ask, what is the total amount of funds Cyberscope plans to raise through its IPO?
I think I addressed this question. We are not allowed to speak at this moment because of the confidential filing, but as we have the information and we are allowed, we'll definitely address to you.
Okay, so my if I may ask the second question, can I?
Please.
Yeah. So what is the average recurring revenue generated per customer?
I think we addressed that at 1600
Yeah, 1600. Yeah, sorry. So, last question. Given that we overachieved on margins, can this level of profitability be sustained going forward, or do you anticipate some margin dilution due to rising cost?
I think we have able to not only maintain from last three 4 quarters, we are also increased our margin significantly, not just 1 point or 2 points, but significantly. I think that showcase our commitment towards the margin and our commitment.
Yeah, yeah, but
Yes, please, next question. Sorry, limited time. I wish to address everybody possible. Yeah, Mithane,
Hello,
please. Yeah, Mithane,
hello,
please.
am I audible?
Yeah, Mithane, please.
So first of all, thank you for the opportunity and congratulations on the great set of numbers. I wanted to ask about what's your onboarding
Can you
time
can you
for
address your name, please? Sorry, we missed out.
Aditya.
Hi, yeah, Aditya, please.
So first of all, I wanted to ask what's your onboarding time for high ticket size customers? As you said that the small ticket size customers have to pay upfront for the solutions. And secondly, what's the structure at customer acquisition cost look like?
Okay, now thanks, Aditya. I'll address that. So, our per customer revenue has been already addressed. The second is the onboarding time. So, large customer base definitely takes, enterprise customer base takes 3 to 6 months, but our largest focus is to acquire customer as soon as possible. Some of the customer takes a few hours to onboard. They can directly go to our website or AWS and subscribe our solution, and they can be get onboarded within a couple of hours. The second is the enterprise customer that takes 3 to 6 months also sometime. But our average onboarding time is not more than a few hours. So one can, and the small customers from queries to sales process takes less than 1 week from query to onboarding and start sockifying them or helping them for application security assessment or vulnerability management. Yes, Jay. Yeah, Jay, please
Hello,
unmute. Yeah, please,
hello,
Jay.
I'm audible.
Yes,
Yeah,
please, Jay.
hi Trishnet. I'm a huge fan of yours. I just want to ask one question. Can you share how the revenue contribution from ESOP, Cyberscope, and Shopify is expected to evolve over the next 2 or 3 years?
So you want to know the revenue per entity wise
Yeah,
in next two,
percentage.
three
Yeah,
years?
percentage wise. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we should able to follow that process in from next fiscal year when we would go for quarterly thing. And anyway, we would have to, once we are listed as all the regulatory approvals of Cyberscope, we would have to disclose 6 months revenue for each entity as well, Cyberscope as well. So we would follow that process.
Yeah. All the best. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. We have 10 minutes. We can still leverage that. Mithane, please, over to you, Mithane. Mithane, you can unmute and please ask. Sai Krishnan, please. Yeah, Sai Krishnan, please. Sai Krishnan, you can unmute and ask your question.
Hello. Hi, Tanish.
Yeah.
Thank you for giving me an opportunity. Last time also I joined your call. At that time, you are talking about the SOC 2 AI-powered software, right? And you are very much excited that you have been working for quite a long time and getting it done for 2 years. And as exactly you told, in the month of September 3rd, you committed a date and it was released as a software. May I know how much revenue it has contributed from that date till now? What
So
percentage?
we launched the solution mid of September, right? So we consolidated some of the revenue as we could receive in September, but the real traction started in October, and we are if all of us, if we are able to follow even Sockify updates, we have been receiving lot of interest and queries for Sockify. I would not able to share the exact revenue count, but I can share that by December we would have more than 200 customers for Sockify. That's what our internal goal here is, and I think we'll overachieve that.
Yeah. And last question, will you be able to maintain the same top line and bottom line growth for next H2,
I think
hopefully? Yeah.
we'll not only able to maintain, we'll try to overachieve that.
Okay. Thank you very much. That's it from my side.
Thank you. Please. Yes, Dikshant, please. Please unmute and ask Dikshant.
Hey, hey Darshni, am I audible?
Yes, you are audible, please.
Hi, so you said that we want to do $100 million sort of capex by 2030. That's going to be around give or take 900 crores, and we may not need outside funding. So, how do we bridge this gap?
No, I've not said that we will not raise that. I said if required, we'll definitely raise that. Our ultimate goal is to add value for the shareholders, right? So, uh, that's what the end goal is. Yes, definitely we'll try to fulfill this through our cash flow and our profits and our earnings, but definitely if required immediately to invest in a to acquire a large company maybe larger than us in the revenue or profit, definitely we can explore external fundings. We are pretty open about it.
Okay, so let's say that what do you think at 10,000 users would be our average revenue per user?
uh 2030 our bold vision to add $10,000 per client revenue and make $100 million ARR company. That's our 2030 bold vision.
Okay, 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 got it.
I hope I
So,
could answer that.
yeah, just a follow-up, please. What kind of segmental revenue split can you give us right now? I understand that you can't go into too much detail, but what kind of segmental revenue split can you give us right now?
So our larger suite is the ESOP, which is Enterprise Security in One Framework. So that adds the larger revenue. It has a sub module and sub products kind of thing. You can say that each of them adds a separate revenue for us. The larger revenue for tax security, cybersecurity, Cyberscope is one of the 60% subsidiary. That's into Web3 security, which is not into Web2, but ESOP, which we are trying to Cyberscope also trying to consolidate with ESOF as a part of our larger portfolio of solution. So that's where this growth of Cyberscope happened as well through the integration. But different products, different solution solves a different problem and adds a different revenue for us. So one of the largest hot selling that I can say it's ease of AppSec, which is application security. And I said in our AGM as well, we solve cloud application security assessment problem for 9 companies out of 10 globally. So we are biggest in cloud application security assessment in the world. That's one of our part of our ease of AppSec solution.
Sure, but can you add some numbers to your segments, please?
Numbers, you can ask me a question. I can send you a separate response to that. We don't mind sharing that.
Sure. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, Darshan. I hope we could respond to everybody possible. But if still anybody has any questions, we are happy to answer. You can write us to company.secretary@taxsecurity.com or investor investor.relations@taxsecurity.com. And before we leave the call, the next H2 growth, we are not only just trying to maintain the growth, but definitely will try to overcome. And that's our ultimate goal here. Uh, I won't, as per the regulatory compliance, we are not able to share the numbers, but definitely we'll see the overachievement of the numbers. That's what we are hoping for, and we are aiming for. Thank you everyone for joining today. Really appreciate, and thank you so much for supporting us.
Thank
Over
you.
to Sandeep, please.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Trisney. Dear investors and shareholders, we thank you for joining the earning call. We highly appreciate also your support and believe in the company. As Trisney said, if you have any further questions, please feel free to write us at investors.relations@taxsecurity.com. We'll be happy to answer any question there anytime. We're there to support you. And thank you once again for joining the call. Have a great evening. Take care, everyone.